The Panda dial is undeniably one of the most iconic color configurations in watchmaking. However, simply placing two black sub-registers on a white dial doesn't automatically make it a great design. Many brands attempted this look, but few truly mastered it. Hamilton, with its rich history of crafting exceptional chronographs, understands this direction better than most. After experiencing this timepiece firsthand, I can confidently say that Hamilton has masterfully refined the Intra-Matic, demonstrating exceptional attention to detail. It stands as a near-perfect execution of modern reverse Panda dial done exactly right. And if you're looking for a retro-inspired chrono, I think this video will seal the deal for you. Starting with the dial. Its deep black background provides a bold contrast to the crisp white subdials, which are enhanced with concentric circles for added depth and texture. Compared to the original Intra-Matic 68, this model refines the aesthetic in subtle yet impactful ways. The subdial placement is spot on, perfectly positioned between the 2 and 4 o'clock markers on the right and the 8 and 10 o'clock markers on the left. And by leaving the loomed part of the 3 and 9 o'clock markers, the 12-hour scale stays intact, which is something that's missing on its predecessor. This is possible because of the clever design of the hour markers, which are crafted from two separate components. Applied markers with polished faucets and small loomed section that features a subtle patina effect. And this patina-edged look enhances the vintage appeal without making it feel forced or artificial. Hamilton's decision to print the tachymeter scale directly on the outer ring in the same color as the dial further enhances the clean, cohesive aesthetic. And while some might prefer the automatic variation with its contrasting outer ring that frames the dial, this uniform design offers a cleaner, more refined look with less visual clutter. The dial symmetry achieved by the absence of a date window ensures a balanced and uncluttered look, something purists will certainly appreciate. The typography and perfectly proportioned Hamilton logo completes the retro style, adding to the watch's mid-century charm. So the overall result is a dial that is a stunner on your wrist with all the elements perfectly in sync. However, no matter how impressive the dial is, a watch is ultimately meant to be worn. And the moment it's on your wrist, its presence is immediately noticeable. With its 40mm round case, prominent pump pushers, large crown, and substantial thickness, this watch has a hefty feel. The retro-styled pushers are one of the things that you immediately notice. Initially they seem a bit long, but after a couple of days wearing this watch, that feeling slowly disappears. However, the one aspect that's impossible to overlook is the thickness. At 14.3mm, it's quite thick for a mechanical watch. I expected a slimmer profile, especially considering the automatic version is only 0.1mm thicker. I think if Hamilton trimmed a millimeter or two, it would have enhanced its wearability significantly. That said, the 49mm lug-to-lug ensures the watch doesn't appear oversized, and it sits comfortably on my 7-inch wrist. Considering the original Intra-Matic was just 36mm, the modern 40mm size is a welcomed update. This increase, along with the use of only two subdials, ensures a clean and highly legible design. The larger dial prevents the subdial from feeling cramped, maintaining excellent readability while avoiding the cluttered look a smaller 36mm case might create. Although it's a relatively bulky watch, it's good that it comes on a comfortable black leather strap, keeping the overall weight at just 95 grams. So on the wrist, it never feels too heavy or unbalanced. I suspect the mesh bracelet variant might add some extra weight, which is why I prefer the leather strap option. I guess my only regret is that it doesn't come with a racing style perforated strap. I think that would have completed the retro-inspired look perfectly. Embracing its retro charm, the Intra-Matic H features a hand-wound mechanical movement, a rare find in the modern chronographics at this price point. Unlike automatic watches, this means you'll need to interact with the watch every other day by winding it, which I personally like because it creates a more personal connection with the timepiece. The absence of a rotor allows for a slightly slimmer case, but the difference isn't drastic compared to the automatic version. However, one drawback is the lack of a transparent case back. It would have been an absolute pleasure to see the manual wind movement in action, free from the clutter of an automatic rotor. In terms of specs, the movement offers a power reserve of around 60 hours and runs at 28,800 beats per hour, ensuring a smooth sweep of the chronograph hand. The chrono function itself is reliable and easy to operate, making it both a practical and enjoyable feature, especially the nice tactile feel of the pushers. At a price of around $2,000, the Hamilton Intra-Matic H competes with chronographs like the Tissot Heritage 1973, Sin 103, and Yuhang's Chronoscope. Yet it holds its own with a more refined, retro-inspired design and a fully mechanical movement. From the polished case to the thoughtfully executed Panda dial, everything about this watch speaks to Hamilton's attention to detail. If you're looking for a vintage-inspired sports chronograph that can be dressed up or down and delivers mechanical charm, the Intra-Matic H is one of the best options on the market. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Is this watch worth the $2,000 or do you prefer the alternatives? Like this video if you liked it and subscribe for more watch content.